Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. Yesterday we talked about mechanical instruments. When most folks come into our assemblies, they are flabbergasted that we do not have an organ or a piano or praise bands or anything like that, that we just have congregational singing. But at the same time, they are also astounded that we do not have a kitchen or a banquet hall or such things as those. The reason we don't have those things, at least one of the verses that talks about it, is 1 Corinthians chapter 11. The Corinthians are being rebuked. He says, "Therefore, when you come together in one place, it is not to eat the Lord's Supper." Verse 22 of 1 Corinthians 11, "What? Do you not have houses to eat and drink in, or do you despise the church of God?" Right, I want you to think about why we don't have a kitchen. And if you do have a kitchen, I want you to think about these things. I want you to think about in matters of benevolence. Who does the church have the responsibility and the authority to help with their physical needs? And the answer to that is needy and destitute saints, those who need help. Okay? To put it bluntly, it is not the church's job to fatten me up. I am large enough, obviously, as is. It is not the church's job to feed my children and my wife. It is my job individually to see to my family's physical needs. You might consider 1 Timothy 5. We talked about it a few weeks ago. Also, the church is not and was not ever meant to be a social club. We were gathering a few weeks ago to remember the Lord's death. Up the road, one of the denominations here in town was getting together to watch the Super Bowl and to eat chicken wings. The church was never meant to do those sorts of things. That is not the church's purpose. The church is not in the entertainment business. It is not a social club like that. It is a holy, it is God's holy people. It is a holy thing, and we need to respect it. Also, the church is not a restaurant. Okay? I was looking at a church's bulletin a few weeks ago, and they had all sorts of things that they were advertising. You could get plate lunch specials for $5.99, enroll your kids in softball for $50, go on some retreat for another $75, do this, that, and the other, but they're going to nickel and dime you to death. Can you imagine the Lord when He fed the 5,000, if He would have told those 5,000 folks, "I'll be more than happy to feed you, but it's going to be $4.99, leave your check at the door." The church was never meant to be a restaurant, and that is exactly what a lot of churches have become. We have gone beyond coffee and donuts to now we're talking about McDonald's and Starbucks, where you can stop in and for $2.99 get your latte before you go into worship. The church is not meant to be a restaurant. The meal that the church comes together to partake of is exactly what 1 Corinthians 11 is talking about. It is the Lord's Supper. That is the love feast that the church partakes of. We are God's holy people, and we are coming together for a holy purpose, and we partake of a holy meal. We have homes to eat in, right? Do you not have homes to eat in, or do you despise the church of God? We need to understand what the church's purpose is, and we need to make sure that it's not just a social club, that it's not just in the entertainment business. Hope you enjoyed this study. God bless you. Be a blessing to others. We'll see you tomorrow morning.